Hi everyone, how you doing? I had to start over this film because I was just royally messing up. So anyway, first things first, I kind of wanted to show you the tomatoes we grew and some of the other things we grew. I want to let you know that I don't throw away, I don't, if 2 grow in a cell or 3, 4, 5 grow in a cell, I individually put them in their own pots. I don't throw any of them away. I like to keep them. And then if they don't survive or don't do very well, then that's fine. But most of the time, they come on as strong as the other one. The one that you think is the strongest. They usually do very well. So anyway, I want to show you like these tomatoes, these vivacious tomatoes. This is the new variety from Burpee, and they have just grown like crazy. I gave them a little fertilizer today, but I didn't want to water them because they're pretty wet. I was gone for like 4 days, and so I kind of overwatered, and they're still, but they're doing very well. This is the vivacious. These are looking very vivacious. And these are the super steak, the beefsteak, original beefsteak from Burpee. And they look wonderful also. This one was just a little tiny one, and but she's growing. She'll grow. And these are the orange ones, the determinate, I think is what they're called, from Johnny's. And these are the less acidic tomatoes. And then these are, let's see, this one is super steak. What's this one? Super steak. Oh, I put in here all the ones that I put tags in those because they had to share one with big beef. This is Johnny's big beef, and they're coming up real good. So and look at these. These are the ones that I took clippings from last year. Actually, these 2, these 3, this one still doesn't want to grow very well, but she'll come out of it when she gets outside. These I took clippings off of a Ruger tomato plant, a Ruger variety, which is almost like a Roma. Very meaty and very tasty, and my husband loved them, so I took clippings from them. They've already got 3 blooms on them, and we decided just let's see what happens. And then these 3 came from a pot that I had cut up one of the tomatoes from the Ruger plant, and I was trying to grow another hydrangea, and so I stuck the leaf in there, and because the hydrangea likes the acid, and some seeds got in there, so these 3 grew. I didn't grow a new hydrangea, but I grew tomatoes from the seed that just fell in there. So there you go. These are my impatiens, and I probably will take these and split these up into their own. Goodness, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in here. Couple in here and there. I may put them in their own container. It's just I don't have a whole lot of room right now because, as you can see, it's all full here. These are the ranunculus that we cut back, and they are going to do just fine. Wait too late. They will be... here are the asters, the mixed asters, gala asters. They're supposed to be really pretty. This is the nasturtium. The head lettuce, which I can't wait for it to get outside. More aster, gala asters. This is the black dragon coleus, the dianthus lavandina. This is the, what is this? Gomphrena. And raspberry cream. And these are the lisianthus. Still waiting on them. They take a long time. I have a couple seeds of a black pearl in here. Black pearl pepper. Them are so gorgeous. I can't wait for you to see that to grow. It's so beautiful. Such a beautiful plant. This is the pepper fire and ice. And it's kind of a bush where the peppers stand upright, you know, spike out. I'm seeing, I couldn't find a picture of it where I could use it, but I think that's what they are. That was a free packet for when I purchased some from seeds and such. And the green twister is coming up. One of them is. And these are supposed to take like 10 to 25 days to start coming up. And this one's already coming up. And then Rebecca, cherry brandy, that should be gorgeous. There's several in there coming up. Okay, we'll get the onion and underlights, the snapdragons that I'm going to have to wait until they get... I just threw in the seeds. I don't know why. I should just put just a few. And the rhubarb. All the rhubarb except this one's coming up. Everything's coming up. I even went ahead and did some containers for herbs. This parsley. Oh, the real beautiful purple basil. Isn't that pretty? I love that. Yeah, I'm growing some of that this year. I wanted to go over some of these plants with you that we started already. And I wanted to tell you about them, and I'm going to put up pictures so you can kind of see what they're supposed to end up looking like. I hope they do, because we'll see. I do know that the Buddleia butterfly bush, it will get pretty wide, but it'll be fun to find out, won't it? See how much room I got in my garden after some of these. No, some of them are going like the bushes. When it says a bush, you want to kind of put it in the place where you got some room, like about 5-6 feet, just to be on the safe side if it's your first time. Some of them bushes can grow crazy big, and you can always cut them back. That's no big deal. You could probably spare 3 foot for a bush, and just keep it cut back and nice and trimmed. So, but don't, you know, I'm not an expert on a lot of things, because a lot of these plants I've never grown before. I was one of those that I stopped on the roadside and picked blooms off of flowers that I thought were pretty. I'd come home and throw them in my garden. Wildflowers. I love the wildflowers, and because they were so pretty to put in vases and stuff. But this year, since we redid my whole garden, I really want to try some things I've never tried before. So it's going to be a lesson of what does what. And another thing that you should mind, not everyone's going to get the same effect depending on where you live, your temperature, your rainfall, it just depends on what Mother Nature does a lot of times. So we just have to go with the flow. And but for the most part, by July, we're getting into the really hot, humid, muggy stuff, and with very little rain. So we're watering every day and every other day or so. And so we can pretty much count on that. Like in the springs, usually we get at least a couple torrential rains, just downpour rain, and I've just put in my cool weather friends out in the garden, and I'm struggling to dig trenches to get the water out of my garden. Because my garden sits right in front of a hill from the schoolyard, and it just comes right down into our yard. But I'm hoping with us tilling, because we have clay soil, tilling it and adding several inches of topsoil and organic compost soil, we will have really good drainage this year. So, but anyway, I'm going to put some pictures up on this video so you can see what the flowers will hopefully look like for us once they grow. And then we'll go back, when they do grow and bloom, we'll go back and see if there's any differences, or if it was a big success. And sometimes they may not be exactly as pretty as in the picture, but they're still going to be pretty if they bloom. So with that being said, oh my goodness, and I have dahlias. I've been planning my garden on where I'm going to put everything. Everything's going to be pretty close together, and because I don't want to make any rooms for weeds. Sorry. Not today. But one thing I will do is we had those Japanese beetles last year so badly. I will be doing the bags again, because a lot of people say, don't do that, you're just going to draw them in. Well, you do, but the goal is to keep them from eating your flowers, and that's what it did. They went to the bag instead of my garden. I might have found one or two in my garden, but otherwise they'd have been eaten away. So they go to the bag, and I would have to dump it every day because there'd be so many. But you know what? Farmers probably loved me. So because they did research a few years back, and they found that them bags, which is a lure, and it attracts them to come. They will come from 10 miles away, about 10 miles away. So any farmer that's like 10 miles away from me, they were probably like, I don't know what, but them Japanese beetles aren't bothering us this year. Yeah, they're at my house. But that's okay, because I'll take care of them and get rid of them, because They have no predators. There are no predators for Japanese beetles, except me. Believe me, I am their one predator that they don't want to mess with. But anyway, I will finish this up, and I'm hoping you're having a wonderful day. And I just can't wait to get back outside. It's terrible to have to be inside all the time. Where are those places that you can garden all year round? Oh yeah, far away from me. Oh, well, you know what? I will see you in the next video. You all have a wonderful day, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Hi everyone, how you doing? First things first, I want to show you how much these little tomatoes have grown since I've put them in their own little pots. And I split them. I pretty much, when I grow in there, if something else grows in the pot, let me start over. When I seed, I usually put 2, maybe sometimes 3 in a cell, and if they both grow, I save both of them and I put them in their own pot. I don't throw them out. Why would you? I don't want to throw them out. I want to grow them. They will grow very well, and this shows you right here. This tray is vivacious. Look, this is the new variety from Burpee. Sorry, I'm just not with it today, I tell you. Let's start over. Thank you.